And it looks like we might have a Ken pick coming out of Momochi.
Do they have to pick the character of the augmented reality? Is there a rule? I mean, they spent so much on these assets.
Yeah, I feel like the asset is there when we see the loading screen, right?
It's definitely all about the win. Okay, Momochi in his traditional green, and Daigo. What? Did he just double dash opener?
Double dash into Fierce? He's like, I don't think you're gonna hit a single button while I dash at you.
Throw loops 4 days. That is a famous sequence for Ken in every game with that knee bash. Can he keep his opponent into the corner? But of course, Daigo and Guile in particular are very comfortable fighting out of the corner. He's always holding down back.
Yeah, of course, and you saw him use the to get out of a huge jump in from Momochi now.
And it's because he used that baby
ume.
boom and that ume flash kick fail.
Yeah, that ume flash fail. Rough start for Daigo there, man, but a surprise opening from Momochi with the double dash into the Fierce. But he tried it again!
This is wild, and I like how Momochi is playing because you can't use similar logic when you're fighting against Daigo. He is, of course, always watching footage on his smartphone. You have to adapt and evolve one step further. So this is not the Momochi, the patient Momochi that we've seen from before. He was super aggressive in that opening gambit, the double dash Fierce crush counter.
Yeah, he did a bolt round and another huge jump in.
How does he know? How does he know?
Art.
This is the second time that he's got a huge jump in for maximum damage.
Yeah, and Daigo, he's got a lot of meter and resources to work with, but gets shimmied! Momochi game 1. Yikes. Yikes.
Is it time to pull out the Ryu?
What?
Break in case of emergency. He's just hiding in that glass. I mean, that was just a insanely dominant match. And whoa, we got the thumbs, the preemptive thumbs up.
There is definitely no Ryu in sight, that's for sure.
He is liking all of the Facebook posts. Okay, now they're just trading heavy blows. They've already turned off their jab and medium buttons.
And this is what happened.
Heavy. Look at this!
This is what happened when we saw Daigo versus Eita last time. We saw a different Daigo, and that looks like that Daigo might be coming out here against Momochi.
Daigo tweeted right after that famous ume flash kick match with Eita. He says this really brought out that era before esports, before all that big prize pots, before the 150K in the arcades. All you had was pride along the line, and you had to play with your heart. Can he summon that old school flavor Daigo?
Yeah, right now he's working with the heart. He's got a huge lead, and there's the round. Daigo back in it.
Very good jump in from Daigo. He gets a switch sides. Momochi has to look out for that. Unable to anti-air from that very awkward angle. That standing jab, of course, just a challenge. Ken on the way down, he is minus. So Guile gets to move first. You never want to give up your advantage when you have the frames in your favor.
The wrong choice there from Daigo. A nice autocorrect DP from Momochi.
So that's what he failed to do in that previous round. A ume flash kick. He is unrelenting in his resolve to assert his willpower. Beautiful jump over that slow pitch. Boom.
Yeah, he was facing stun there. Daigo with the V-trigger activation, trying to push out Momochi, gain some space back on the screen.
Now, what you see Momochi doing is using the spacing, not pressing any buttons to allow that V-trigger to go down as much as he can.
Look out for this approach. Wow, just a jab.
Sometimes you want to take that damage and reset in the air, as Momochi did, in order to minimize the damage. Wow,
no
one
way.
hit confirms? Blocked. Is it going to get punished?
Nothing.
Perhaps an awkward situation. Surely Momochi's going to be watching those tapes and see if he left a lot of damage on the table. Perhaps it's a critical art would have taken it, but he doesn't need to, and because of that, able to conserve all of his resources going to a very critical third round in the second match.
Momochi tying things up here, and he's got all the meter to work with. Big jumping doesn't work out.
This is not the Momochi that we know. This is the Yolochi throwing reckless abandon. Look at all these jump-ins. He's been guessing correctly, you know, almost 3 out of 3 times.
And Daigo hitting the brakes, not taking the throw bait.
Uppercut misses, but Daigo crush counter on the ground, and that didn't allow for much damage. He does get a hard knockdown, but doesn't really get anything off of that.
And Daigo is in a little bit of trouble here, trying to get that V-trigger space back.
That boom was just to activate the trigger in order to use all these little mini booms to push his opponent out. But he has to be very careful because Momochi on the second time had jumped over it. So he can't throw that without any. Uses the EX. He was going to land on that fireball. Everyone was holding their breath, but he used the bar. Oh! Oh, could have confirmed after that.
Oh, he spent the meter too!
Another jump in.
Wow, Daigo falling apart there at the very end. And Momochi going up 2-0. Don't tell me we're going to see another 3-0 here, Z.
Look at the calmness, the serenity in the Beast mind. Okay, that was a sigh. I thought I was looking for some zen and
no Ryu pick. He's sticking it out.
He has to do this. He said to Justin after their previous tournament that he was going to abandon Ryu for Guile because the stakes were so high for ELeague.
And man, this matchup should not have been in Ken's favor, but Mochi making it work.
This is not your ordinary Ken. But you couldn't, there is an argument that Daigo is not the strongest Guile in the world. That could belong to, a Knuckle Dew. Chris G certainly up there as well. But Momochi, hands down, it's inarguable that he is the most dominant Ken out there.
And so many times we've seen Daigo forced back here, forced to activate that V-trigger just to create space again. Unable to use it offensively.
Okay, can he punish accordingly? Doesn't get a crush counter. There's no property on that. Good loops. That's always been Daigo's downfall. Not
upside down kick.
Lovely. Gets out of that thunder kick.
And Daigo half bar to work with. Got to be careful though. Momochi does have a couple bars to work with. Can make this comeback.
And that's why you see Daigo refraining from throwing those sonic booms. One errant one, and Momochi could jump in and go full Yolochi, and that's why he had to go for the spinning back fist, opting to close out the round with normals rather than risking throwing a sonic boom.
Yeah, very smart choice from Daigo.
Oh no! And no. The front. We need the. I've never seen anyone jump in on Daigo this much.
I was gonna say the jump is from Momochi have been paying off so big.
If he had a dragon punch, you know that this would not be happening. But Momochi picking the most opportune chances for Daigo to not have that down charge, so he can't anti-air with the flash kick and just predicting so accurately when those moves are coming out. Oh, good interruption, but out of range to connect on that second hit of the target combo.
And Daigo out of V-trigger now, still has meter for critical art.
Good conversion. Momochi only needs one hit. Don't give him two. Oh, didn't go for the run and left a lot of damage. Wow!
Is that gonna be enough damage?
Should be. Ooh.
No, it's not! The throw's gonna do it. Just walk up and grab the man. Daigo gets on the board. No more 3-0s today. 2-1.
Breaking the streak. That's all you need to have a lucky break. Momochi, very rare miss for him to not finish that combo ender. And this is like a Facebook post live. There are thumbs up, both sides.
Daigo, I think, finding his groove right now.
Oh, again, just out of range. Lovely how Momochi is using the low light kick, standing light kick into confirm. Daigo.
Punish? Yes, sir.
Yep, and most of the sweeps in this game are punishable, so you can't just do that without any risk.
Right now, Daigo again backed up in this corner. Momochi's uppercut is ready to go for the anti-air.
Into the birdcage goes Daigo, pushed back into the corner, using these booms to space out. So he's not going to have, he's going to give up a lot of damage. Nice double dash in because he didn't have an anti-air from that awkward angle for Guile.
Yeah, Daigo had the dash underneath, but Momochi immediately backed on to keep that corner control.
Oh my goodness, he punished that from around the way.
Daigo has critical art ready to go, can make a comeback still.
We saw this last time. Standing in neutral is Momochi, so famous. Are both players for their footsies.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so close again.
Again with a sliver of life. Almost evens here.
That V-skill, we've seen so little of it from Daigo.
He needs it to keep Momochi out, who has to burn a meter now. Will he go for the thunder kick?
He didn't.
Or he go high or low?
Oh, the front counter roundhouse. Momochi, what a decision.
That dance of death just going back and forth, and punctuating that shimmy with a crush counter. Beautiful stuff. Most players, 99% players on this planet, would have went for the traditional high-low mix-up when you're trying to deal that death blow, but Momochi just going with the big stuff like this.
What a confirm from Momochi. And yet again, corner control. This is set point from Momochi over Daigo now in the loser bracket.
Knee bash, he's gonna get bullied. That's a true punish, and stunned. He has to Tatsu out of the way to reset that corner control.
Not looking good for Daigo here.
Oh, that's gonna get uppercutted.
Oh, yes, it is. Daigo last 5%. No! That's gonna do it. Daigo is out of the tournament. Momochi gonna take it 3-1 and advance in the losers bracket.